Hello, everyone. My name is Trisha Bart. Thank you for joining us for our Crossline event on the YL Share app. I'm so excited to be sharing about this app with you. And I have to say, first off, that I am not an expert. I'm not a rep for the app. We'll do our best to answer all your questions tonight. Hopefully, among us, if I'm not able to, someone else will be able to help you with your question. If not, we'll do the research and get it posted in the event for you. But I would say, first of all, grab an oil. Whatever it is for you tonight, it might be Stress Away. Maybe it's peppermint, maybe it's cedarwood or clarity, something that will help you absorb this information and not feel stressed out by it. This app is so cool. You're going to love it once you get in there. So go ahead. I got my Stress Away. Keep me nice and balanced for this. Okay, if you would like to, you can grab your phone and follow along. You might find it more helpful to stay with me during the presentation and go back and watch the recording later. But whatever you feel is going to be most useful to you. Hey, Stacy, I didn't see you before. Nice to see you on. Okay, so I mentioned that if you have questions, pop them into the chat function. And I just think that you're going to find this a very powerful tool for helping to build your team. And you can, it's an amazing way to start creating duplication in your team, because you can also use it for helping to train your team. If they see you using it, boy, they're gonna wanna use it too. You're gonna find with a little experience with it, it's gonna become one of your favorite things. So, okay, so raise your hand. Who's gotten started with YL Share? Awesome. Okay, so who's downloaded it? Yes. Who's actually used it? Have you sent yourself a sample? Awesome. Okay. Now, for those of you who haven't gotten started yet, or maybe you haven't had a chance to dive into it yet, raise your hand. What's stopping you? Is it about the time commitment learning? Yeah. It looks too complicated and it feels overwhelming when you look at it? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. Is anybody having problems with the app who's already using it and got a little frustrated with it? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Samples are out of stock. Okay, Hillary, guess what? They actually are in stock, and I'll show you that today. So we'll make sure that you know how to get those. Okay, so I think you are not alone then. Hopefully you saw that most of us have a stumbling block getting started with this. This app has been out for over a month, and it was probably about 2 weeks ago that I really started diving into it. It was on my to-do list for a long time, and every time I opened it up, I was like, oh my word. So please know you're not alone. If you give yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of grace around this, it will become much easier. You look at it, it's not really a complicated app, but it has many, many layers. So what I want to do tonight is share with you, let me go ahead and pop up my screen about what we're going to be talking about. I think that'll be easier. Okay. So we're going to be talking about what is the YL Share app. We're going to get you started, how to share content easily, sharing samples in a hassle-free way, because we've all been there. I'll tell you what I mean by that in a second. And then we'll finish up with some ideas for power users and questions that you might have. When I say we've all been there when it comes to sharing samples, I don't know about you. Maybe you can tell me if this is true for you, but I have found myself almost paralyzed in the process of sending samples to people. I want to do it. And I get this great brainstorm about what I think I should send to them. And then I put the package together. And I'm like, oh, is this enough? Should I put that in there too? And then by the time I'm done putting together samples in my sweet little package that's taken me maybe a week, it's $20 or $25 of samples. And then it's going to cost me $10 to mail it to them. And sometimes it ends up just sitting on my desk and not going anywhere. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome to have like a personal assistant that takes care of it for you? And you can do it in a really simple way so that your team can do it too. Because if you're sending out $20 worth of samples, how many of your team members do you think could do that exact same thing? Right? So this is about duplication. We want to make this as simple as possible so your team members can feel they can do it too. It happens quickly. I think you're going to just love what we have to show you tonight. So what is the YL Share app? Well, the YL Share app is for your smartphone. It allows you to share your favorite Young Living content right from your smartphone with just a few taps. You can select content from the Young Living library and post it to social networks, or you can deliver it to people via email or text. And you can do that to any of the contacts in your phone. It's also a great way to build your business and share information with potential members. You can also send samples of 3 of Young Living's most popular essential oils to anyone, anywhere in the United States. And you have the option to cover the shipping and handling yourself, or you can have your contact do that. And we'll talk about the pros and cons of both of those. So how do you get it? Well, you get it at your app store. And I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my phone with you so you can see this. This is going to take me just a second to get this set up. Okay. Pop that there. And I want to do that. Okay. All right. So you can find it in your app store, Android or Apple. And be sure that you see YL Share from Sound Concepts Inc. And I apologize, I'm having a little problem getting, there we go. I want all of your little faces there, but you're right in the middle of my screen. So let me pop you over here. Okay, there we go. And you want to make sure that it says that it's from Sound Concepts. Okay, so that's the YL Share app, and you're going to download it. Now, when you download it, and again, we're going to have to cycle through my phone a little bit here, but here is the app. And I'm actually going to back out of the screen. Sorry, I was doing something in play and I forgot to reset my phone. Okay. As it catches up with me. All right. So when you open up the app, you are probably going to see a screen that looks like the Next Step launch. It's going to have a series of short videos and 4 steps for you to take. It has a welcome video. When you play it, it'll mark it as complete. We love little checklists. It gives a feeling of accomplishment. Then it will ask you to sync your contacts. It will give you some information on texting, content, and my screen is not moving. Sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. And this social share. So there's a little video to help you get set up on each of these, and it'll click when you're completed. And these are available to you in this little settings tab. Okay, so you can go back and watch it. It's called Next Step Launch. You can go back and watch that anytime. But let's talk for a second about what happens when you sync your contacts. There's a little contact icon at the bottom. It's the second one from the left on your menu. And you will get a screen like this, and it's going to ask you if you want to sync the contacts from your phone. This is not a forever thing. So if you make decisions here, you can make the decision not even to do this when you first get started, okay? So don't feel like you have to take action on all of your contacts when you first get started. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and click Sync All Contacts. And I'm going to allow it to have access to my contacts. And it's that I'm very popular. So yes, I do have a lot of contacts in my phone. And I don't know about you, but these contacts go back 20 plus years to my very first cell phone. Some of them are just, I mean, like I've got AT&T in there. I don't even have, I haven't had an AT&T line in years. So some of it is going to be garbage. Some of it is not going to be contacts that you want to reach out to. But for the time being, let's go ahead and not worry about that. When you watch that video on contacts, it's going to tell you to swipe left or right. And I'm going to go ahead and swipe on this first contact, Alicia. If I swipe right, ooh, hello. I did more than swipe. If I swipe right, the little red dot comes up next to her name. Can you all see that? So she's now listed as a hot contact. Okay. If I go back and I just swipe on her name again, it resets her back to just not a hot contact, just a regular contact. If I swipe to the left, She's a cold contact, and she's now going to show up on this cold list. And so that'll come into play a little later. That's as far as we're going to go right now. I'm going to reset her back to a hot contact because I want to show you something about this a little later. But that's contacts. The contacts will clear if you clear the cache, and don't worry about what all that means. I'll tell you about that in a second. And one really important thing I forgot when we got started. When you open that app and you log in for the first time, your login is your Young Living member number and Young Living Virtual Office password. Okay, because this is going to connect you to Young Living. So you have to have those on hand when you first get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start looking at some of the content that's available to you in YL Share. This little, it looks like a play button on the bottom left, that very first icon. It's the tools icon. And we are gonna dig into this information. Again, I apologize. I thought all this was reset, but I didn't. So you will find yourself using the back arrow a lot in this app. Your back arrow or the back arrow either on your phone or at the top left is going to be your best friend. You're going to find yourself layers deep into the app. Just keep hitting the back arrow and you look back to where you want to be. So this, I consider this the home page. And this is what often opens up when I open up my app, unless I've been diving deep into something. Go ahead and click on your little account icon in the upper left-hand corner. This is you. This is going to be your contact information. Now, some of this you're going to set up automatically through those videos, but if you haven't, you're going to want to come into this first place and get your contact information into the app. Your first name, your last name, how you'd like it to appear. You have an opportunity to add a photo. I encourage you to do that. Yeah, I need to update my photo. That's almost 10 years old, but I look good, so I'm keeping it for now.
Tricia, can I just jump in for one second on you? I don't
Absolutely.
mean to. Someone just texted something that says that their phone looks different because she has an iPhone. You have an Android, correct?
I do, yes. So yes, the app may look different on your iPhone, but I imagine the menu choices are very similar. I'm not an Apple person, and I'm really not familiar with Apple. So the navigation is going to be similar to other apps in Apple. You probably don't have this little bar across the bottom here. So let your intuition guide you on your Apple, but you still want to go into that little icon, that little picture of yourself. Is that available to you for the person who's asking the question?
I'm taking a look here right now to see if I can find that, Tricia.
Okay. So that was back.
I'm
back
on
at the top.
Yeah, I'm on the main page. I do not have that at the top of my iPhone.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So
wait, yes, I do. I take it back. Yes, I do. I didn't back arrow enough.
Okay. You want to be back out to this main screen, and then you want to click on the little person.
Yep, we're there. We got it.
Great to know that's there. When you click on that, you'll see contact information. Click on contact information, and this will give you a place to add a photo. You want to put in your first name, last name, whatever email address you'd like people to reach you, whatever phone number. If you intend to use this for sending samples to people, you do need to include your return mailing address. That's very important. You also want to type in a short bio here because that's going to appear on your websites through YL Share. Okay, so you're going to enter all that information. Click out of there. Lead capture, we're not going to talk about tonight. This is a very advanced feature, and unless you're really tech savvy, I encourage you to leave it alone. So it should be off. Don't turn it on. Social display. Here's where you're going to put in your username for your different social media outlets where you would like to be displaying and posting information. For me right now, I have my Facebook page in here, and it's literally just the page name. And you'll see I have put in my business page name, not my personal page name. When people click through on the emails and the website links that they're going to get from me, I would rather they connect into my Young Living business information. You may rather it be your personal information. Maybe you don't have a Young Living Facebook page. Put in where you would like people to reach you on social media. You'll see that there are quite a number of choices. Just put in the ones that you actively use, where you're comfortable with people reaching out to you. Okay. That is a lot of the personal information set up, almost enough to get you going. There's only one more thing that you're going to need to enter, and I'll show you where to enter that. We'll get to it when it comes to sending out samples. Okay, so let's take a look at some of this content. One thing I've heard from several people is things aren't showing up that were there before. And this is something that's going to keep happening because they're adding content all the time. So the way to fix that is to go up to the top of your screen and pull it down. Now, unfortunately, mine doesn't actually show on the screen while I'm doing it, but there you can see my little refresh button. Okay. When you refresh, it's going to reload the content from Young Living. And in our troubleshooting at the end, I'll give you one more way. If that's not working for you to refresh the content, I'll give you another way to do that. But all you need to do is pull down on it. I recommend doing that as soon as you get into the app every day. Just give it a pull down to refresh it. Okay, so let's just take a little tour of this page. We already looked at the account person here. There's a search function here. If you want to find content, let's say on thieves, just start typing thieves. And all of the media content that has something to do with thieves will show up on the screen and is clickable to you, okay? We're going to look at what the content looks like in just a second. But that search function is available to you. And the other little liney guy in the top right, I have no idea what to call that icon, a list, brings you to a list of all the different kinds of content that has been organized already for you. And if you, for instance, don't want to see the catalogs, literature, and product information pages, just click it off. Right now, everything is on for me, or click it back on again. So if something has gone missing on your front page, you may have turned it off inadvertently. This is another place to find that. This is also a place where you can organize this information. Let's say you want to see social media shareables at the top. Just press and hold on that black grid and slide, and it'll move it up to the top for you. So you can order these any way you would like. So you can see your content however you would like. So let's just scroll down and look at some of the content that we have here. Here are catalogs and literature. And if you keep swiping to the right, it's going to give you about 10 options. But if you keep swiping to the right, a little view all arrow will come up. I'm going to click on that guy. And look, they've got it all organized for you. Business training literature. There's the income disclosure statement. How many times have you gone looking in your virtual office for this content and not been able to find it? It can be very frustrating, right? Well, it's all organized for you here. Product information pages. I'm going to keep scrolling down. More product information pages. This is all paper literature, including links to catalogs, the holiday product information pages, the holiday catalog. There's the income disclosure statement, that brand new flyer on international markets. How helpful is that? Some member resources for you. There's that Young Living Difference document. Information about the monthly promos. That's another one. You can go looking and looking for it and not find it. So how handy is this? New products. If I scroll, I'm going to keep scrolling. It's going to go a little faster here. There are also presentations. These come from YL Central. There's a presentation on Sleek. a presentation on Ningxia Red. So you can download these into the app. They will reside in the app and be available to you when you're offline. So I don't know about you, but I've many a time driven to a rural location to do a presentation, found out there's no Wi-Fi, and been, let's say, less than prepared. So if you have something downloaded to your phone, you can use it right there. Okay, so back to that main media page. I'm going to scroll, whoops, sorry. We're going to scroll down a little bit here. So social media shareables. These are just images that you can share to social media, and we'll show you how to do that in a second. They've got information on the holiday bundles. You'll see my sample sites. Yay, how awesome is that? There's a sample drip campaign. We're going to be talking about these podcasts. If you want to listen to a podcast, download it and listen to it. Now, not all of the Young Living content is available through this app yet. So give them a little bit of time as they add more content, but there's quite a lot out here. There's the monthly promo and the Help 5 image. There are social media shares for sharing samples with people. Hey, there's your enrollment link. Another one that we go looking for and sometimes can't find. So there's your enrollment link, and you can easily copy it and share it with someone. Blog posts are beautiful blog posts. There are a ton of videos, and again, they are all organized for you. If you go to that view all, they are all organized. DIY fun, edibles, foundation videos, okay? So there's just tons of content out here for you. Guess what? There are also training videos on the YL Share app. Most of them are under 5 minutes. I encourage you to set up some time for yourself to just go through all of them. They really do cover it so well. There's a brand new one, a brand new category that just got added today about sending a product sample. We'll show you that one. Product education videos, and I had downloaded a presentation before on Digize. So that's available to me now, and will stay available to me even if I'm offline. Okay, so let's then talk about how you actually share this content. I'm going to go back up, and I'm sorry for the quick scroll, but I'm going to go to the holiday bundle, and I'm going to click on the Savvy Minerals. And this is the typical screen that you're going to see for the content in the app, okay? So typically, you're going to see a little eyeball preview. I'm going to click on the preview, boom, and it pops up a bigger image of the content itself. So that's what the picture looks like. You also had the option there to download it if you wanted to. Okay, I can make this a favorite. And what that does is it automatically creates a favorite folder. So you can put that at the top of your list of media. So you can always find the things that you want to share regularly. And then there's the share function. Okay, so when you want to share, you'll see several options. You can share via email, you can share via text message, social media, you can copy the links, or you can download them. So downloading, I already mentioned, that's for saving content for another time. I'm going to go ahead and share. Now, it may be challenging to see, but there's a little description here. It says, 3 warm-toned lip glosses to brighten holiday events. So I'm going to share this cute little graphic to social media. I'm going to click here. There's a little reminder on how to share to social media. You need to write a unique message and copy your message and paste it in the post. And if you shared an image with a link, they're going to copy it automatically. How cool is that? That's one thing I love about this app. There are little reminders all over the place. There are little question marks or little guide me's to help you with how to use wherever you are in the app. So here we are. You can just go ahead and write a message, whatever you would like to write. I'm going to say use example message. So I just touched on use example message, and it copied it right into this line for me. Okay, and I'm going to, if I hit copy right now, I'm going to get a message from the app, and it says, oops, you need to change the content by at least 10% because of social media platforms, okay? So what does that mean? I'm going to go ahead and type a little bit here. They will suggest to you, if you see in that little box underneath, to use emojis. Some people hate emojis. I love emojis. So I'm going to use some emojis. I personalized it to make it sound like it's coming from me. I'm now going to hit copy. That's going to take me back to the screen. It's going to already open it up, excuse me, with my options for the social. This is what comes up on my phone. Your phone will have different things that come up, but these are the apps that I use to share on. So I'm going to click Facebook, because this is where I share a lot of content, and it's going to open Facebook for me. It has now populated my post with the picture, and if I click in here where I have say something, and I actually I'm going to hold it down on my phone and hit paste, and there's my little text that I created. Now here's one challenge, and this is unique to Android phones. You see that I'm at Trisha Bart. That's me. This is my personal page. This is where it's going to post. If I hit share now, this is going to post on my personal page, which is awesome. And I do post about Young Living on my personal page once or twice a week at the most. But I actually want to share this on my Facebook page for my business. So unfortunately, there's a glitch right now on Android phones and with Facebook that I cannot select exactly where I want this to post on Facebook. So it gives me the opportunity to show you another way to do this. So I've already copied my text, and all I'm going to do, it's a two-step operation, so don't get confused. I'm going to go into my Facebook app on my phone. And I'm going to, yeah, I get to see my husband's political post, sorry. I'm going to my personal page where I want to post. And I am going to post, I'm going to hold and paste that. There's my text, right? Now I want to go back and get that pretty image. So to get the pretty image, I'm going to hit copy. Okay, I'm going to hit copy now. So now it's copying the image. And the reason I want to do that is when I come back to Facebook, it's going to paste a link to that image. Okay, it's not quite as pretty as the other way because it has some text, but I'm gonna hit next, and I'm gonna publish it, and then I want to show you. So now you can see my post. There it is. It's not quite as pretty. It's not the whole picture, but look at this cool thing. Do you see there? It says Trisha Bart Young Living Share. When I click on that image, it opens up the content in a personalized website that is me. How freaking awesome is that? Look at that. It opens, it's me. So if someone clicks through on that link, they are connected to me, right? We share content all the time on Facebook, but it's a picture from there or a picture from there. It's not linked to you. It might be linked to Young Living's blog, but that person is no longer connected to you. With YL Share, they're connected to you. So let's look at what this page looks like. If they click on shop, it takes them into Young Living. Okay? And if they're not a member yet, it's going to get them started with you. If they click on your information here, there I am. There's the picture that I added to my contact information. There's my phone number. The link for your email address is a hyperlink. So it's going to open up in their email app. Here's my email app so that they can send an email to you directly from that link. Oh, let me go back to the link now. And by the way, because I'm a contact in my phone, every time I click on one of these links, I get a notification from YL Share, a push notification from YL Share that someone has clicked on the link. Okay, so let's go back to my little personalized website. There's that little bio. Here's that little bio that I typed in on that contact. Okay. Then they also have an option here to request a sample. And they would actually need to click on that to select sample and then Young Living Essential Oils in order to put a request into you for a sample. My contact information is pre-filled because it recognizes me. They will have to fill in their own contact information if they follow that link to you. Okay. And because on my social media share information, I typed in my business Facebook page. When I touch on that Facebook icon, it's taking them to my business Facebook page. Now, again, because this is my phone, you're seeing the back office of my Facebook page, but pretty awesome, folks, pretty awesome. Okay, so let's get back to YL Share. All right, so that was sharing to social media. Now, let's say you use WhatsApp or something other than that long list of social media share platforms. You can do what I just did. Use the copy function and copy it into that app to send it. Okay. Now, while we're here, let's look at sending an email to someone. I can share this via email. Again, it's going to bring up the contacts that you already synced with the app. Okay. If you need to add someone, you use the add icon and you're going to enter their information. Now, this is actually adding them into your phone contacts, and YL Share will use it from there. I'm going to search on myself here, and I'm going to type in my last name. You're going to see all my relatives pop up. Okay, there I am. Now, it's going to tell you not to add any more people to this. So when you're sharing content from these screens, it's to one person at a time. And I'm going to send it to myself. It opens up my preferred email app on the phone. And it also fills it in with that text that was already there and a link. So it's a beautiful, beautiful email. This is my signature from, I use Yahoo, so that's my preset signature that comes in there. But if you want to, of course, you can go in and type some more, whatever you want to say. The holidays are coming. Nope. Not a great swiper. Here we go. And click send like you would any other email. Boom. You have now sent an email from YL Share with that beautiful content. And again, I'll open that up so you can see it in a second. But let's go ahead and send a text message to me. Same thing. I'm going to find myself again. There I am. And I pick a phone number. And again, I get that same message to not add anyone else so that I can ensure tracking. When you send content this way via text or email, you will receive notifications when people look at that content. So you want to just do this singly so that you know when people are opening it, you're going to get information on videos. Have they watched the whole video or not? Okay, so here's the text message. And I apologize, kind of a mess because it does double, right? Because I sent it and received it. But here's the one that I'm sending right now. And I'm going to go ahead and click send. And it gives a little preview of the content. And again, if I click on this link here, it's going to do the same thing as before. It's going to open up in my own little personal webpage, optimized for my phone. And again, those same options about shopping and so on are there. So I really encourage you to give this a try. I'm going to turn off the stop share. This is about sharing content. So, any questions so far? You're all still awake. That's awesome. Yes, Susan.
No, just to mention that it is a little different in the iPhone.
Okay.
I was able to follow along and get most of it done, but you might have to tweak it a little if you're on an iPhone. But it is basically the same.
Awesome. Great to hear. And there is an FAQ from Young Living that I published into the event. And it does mention a specific difference with iPhones about sometimes you need to copy the photo. Does that sound familiar, Susan?
Yeah, sometimes you have to actually copy it to your photos and then upload it from your photos. It doesn't copy and then paste. You have to download it to your phone and then go to your phone and open it.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So take a look at that. Dawn, yep, practice. That's good. How did I add my photo? Okay. That's an excellent question. I just downloaded a photo. Let me go back to the app itself. I downloaded a photo. That's actually a photo that I use on Facebook. And in the back on that main screen, oh golly, I'm talking and not sharing. Hold on. Let me share it so you can see it.
Yeah, well, you get up that. This is truly a game changer. I mean, the fact that you can send beautiful photos, just all that information on thieves or on essential oils or whatever, we know that keeping up with people and making sure that they're getting the information they need when they buy something from us is half the battle. This is really amazing.
It is. So download a photo that you like to your phone. Okay, that's the first step. And once you do that, you're going to come to this main screen, click on the little person icon, click on your contact information, and you'll see there's a little icon there to add a phone. To add a photo. I'm hoping it looks similar on the iPhone. And then when you click on that, it's going to open up your option to take a photo or upload one from your phone. So that's really pretty simple. Okay. Now, I will say that there are, I don't mean to complicate this, but there are a couple of places where you can add that photo. And one of them opened up this weird like sizing editing thing for me. So if that happened for you, try one of the other places. You can add a photo in this settings area. And there's also a back office to this sucker, and I'm going to show you that in a second. You can add a photo there as well. I do want to take just the next like maybe 5 or 10 minutes talking about sharing samples, because let me turn off the share. I'm going to do my Vanna White here. Okay. Here's my Vanna White. Can you all see that? Okay. Connie, we'll get to that in a second. We may need to update something for you. So here's my Vanna White. Here is the sample. It comes first class, UPS first class. And you probably can't see this, but it has my return address here. So it looks like it's coming from you. It has the shipping address here. I ordered it on a Tuesday and it arrived on a Saturday. So it took about 4 business days to get to my home. And it does say Young Living Independent Distributor up here. It has the little logo there. It's wafer sealed on the sides. So just open it up on the sides. The cover of it is absolutely gorgeous with the mission statement. When you open it up, it's seed to seal on the left. It's got the premium starter kit on the right. And then in the middle, it has 2 little flaps that fold down. And there's actually an individual personalized letter from you to your contact with your contact information on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it has samples of lavender, lemon, and thieves. And it has important information, including safety information. We all know that lemon is a photosensitizing oil. It's got information on that about it. It's got information about the oils and how to use it on this side. Absolutely gorgeous. $4.95. It costs $4.95. We all know those samples are $1 a piece, right? And that's not including your shipping and handling and tax. And a beautiful piece. that gets in the mail right away, as opposed to maybe not ever or a week later. Okay, so that little bit of extra money that you might be spending is totally worth it. Totally worth it. Plus now your whole team can do this. They don't have to sit down and figure out what to send to people. And just think, you can focus the conversation around the oils that people are going to be receiving. Who do you know that couldn't use some lavender or some lemon or some thieves in their life? So there will be an opportunity to help someone in some way with one of these oils for sure. So what a beautiful way to reach out to people. So that's what they're going to get. Who can you send it to? You can send it to anyone in the US. Right now, this is US only. And remember, the best possible tool we have for helping people get started is to share a drop of oil. Let them have an experience. And so many of us have gotten stopped because we have friends on the other side of the country and we can't just put a drop in their hand. So yeah, this is cheaper than the oils. Awesome. So simple to send to people. Okay, I did my whole Vanna White. All right, you can also buy these in bulk, and I'll show you where you can do that. 10 for $34.95. Yay, a Canadian version. Awesome, that's coming. I bet there will be a Chinese version very soon too, because that market is going to grow like crazy. Okay, so how do you do this? Let me take you back to the app. Okay, so in the app, there are a couple of different tools for you. So back on your main page here, I'm going to scroll down. Excuse me. Got to take a sip here. There, you'll see my sample sites. There is one to receive Young Living samples. This is the first one on the left that I just clicked on. I'm going to give you a preview. Yeah, it's going to open. I know it will. There it goes. So again, this site is customized for you. You can send the link to someone. And I think the easiest way to do this, this is for the one where they will pay for the samples themselves. And how interesting that people who are willing to pay $4.95 for shipping and handling to get these samples are much more likely to actually purchase product. So you might actually be doing yourself a favor by not paying the shipping and handling for people. So keep that in mind. Up top again is your contact information. It opens up that other little page. But this is a beautiful website, absolutely gorgeous. And we all have this. This is free. This app is free. Beautiful website. So here are the 3 oils. They have an opportunity right here to try a free sample. All they have to do is click on yes, I want to try. And that screen pops up before that I showed you where they just pop in their information. They do have to put in a credit card to pay for it. But this website keeps scrolling. So there's lots of information out here. The benefits of essential oils, what oils can do for you. Then another opportunity to purchase if they're ready. There are beautiful videos out here on each of the oils, information on how to use them, and it's all compliant, right? You don't have to worry about this at all because this comes from Young Living. It talks about seed to seal. For your green people that want to see all of it. I mean, this website really will work for every personality type that you meet. It's fun, it's beautiful. People, the reds can get right to the point and order their samples. Your greens can look at the whole thing. Okay, so that's a preview. If they go all the way to the bottom and they say, yes, I want the kit, and click on that, guess where it takes them? Right to the Young Living website. Excuse me. It tells them how to become a member. Okay. So that's the preview of the website. And again, share the link with them and it will send them to that website. There's also an option if you want to pay the shipping and handling. Excuse me, I'm going to have to cough. Let me put on mute for a second, peeps.
Sure.
Okay. Honey just popped in with some water for me.
Seems like eating the cold.
Okay, we're back. Again, if they're going to pay the shipping and handling, and this might be fun for vendor events, these links are short. You could create a QR code, but they're short, easy to share. They can request a sample. And sorry, gang. This is thanks to the honey. I love him. He brought me some water. They can request a sample here. Now, you may need to tell people to actually click in to request a sample and that they have to select Young Living Essential Oils here. They do have to enter all of their contact information. So this may be better than actually using the contacts function in the app for getting a sample to people. Okay, so that's what the sample page looks like. And what happens when they enter that information is that they are entered into a drip campaign in addition to getting samples. So let's show you how to get the samples to people. When they pay the shipping and handling, it happens automatically. When they request a free sample where you're paying the shipping and handling, you need to take one more step. And that is what this business icon is here at the bottom that looks like a little flow chart. And this opens up the powerhouse of this app. Again, you have a little list menu here. You need to turn this on for additional services and tools. When you turn that on, you get all these other options that show up. You can go right into your virtual office, new member enrollment. You can shop Young Living, see events that are coming up. Here's where you buy the samples, right here on this screen at the bottom. Click and shop. This is the only place you can find them right now. And they're still working on this, so, you know, that's okay. Click on sample mailers, and there they are. And you can see that they are in stock now. If they've been out of stock, they're in stock now. And you can add them to your cart. Okay? So, I'm going to go at this a different way. Remember the contact that I made a hot contact before, Alicia? When you make someone a hot contact, you set them up so that you can send a sample to them. I'm going to go back into that same business area, and up at the top it says samples. I'm going to click open. Now there are a lot of pull down menus here. Most of these are not really options that are available to us right now. But you can see that I now have people down here at the bottom that I can send a sample. You're also going to see here that I've got this yellow triangle. This means that I don't have enough information on this contact to send them a sample. Excuse me. So Alicia, I can click on her name and I can see what's going on with Alicia. Her address is not mapped properly. And this is a problem that I've been having with the app. This is another reason why it might be more beneficial to have people enter their own contact information. When they do that, that little box will be available to you. Just click in there, and if you haven't already, it will prompt you to enter a credit card to pay for it. And then you'll just send off the sample to them. It automatically puts them into a drip campaign. Then you can go in and see who you've sent samples to. You can see all the people that I've sent samples to. Gives me all kind of information on them. If I scroll over to the right, it gives me more information. Tells me who paid for it, when it was mailed, and shipped. So, excuse me, those are the steps. It gave me a lozenge now too. I love this now. Okay. Those are the steps for sending a sample to someone. There is a lot more information behind this menu button here. And the one thing I'll encourage you to look at is that very first one, home. It's going to give you your to-dos. Ooh, I got a lot of red there. It will help you set up your site. All of those should have green checks next to them. If not, you'll want to click in there and finish with the information that you need to get in there. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is a preview of those drip campaigns. They are over here under prospecting. They're called autoresponders. There are 3 that are built into the app for you. One, if you pay for the samples, one if the contact pays for them, and one if you deliver them in person. So if you pay for them, it sends out a series of 5 emails, and you can send yourself test emails so you can see them. You can also preview them here. So here's a sample of what one of the emails looks like. Again, it keeps them all connected to you. Really awesome. Okay. The last thing I want to show you is if you hand deliver. Now you're going to see, I'm just going to keep hitting back, back, back until I get back to that main screen. And I'm going to go back into the tools here. Here is the sample drip campaign for hand delivering. When you hand deliver and you want to put someone into the email campaign, come into this selection, hit email, and you get to select your recipient. Boom. With whoever it is from your contacts, as long as you have an email address for them. Okay? So that's how you get them into your drip campaign. Going to go back one more. This little guy in the middle is a news feed. So it's going to give you notifications on everything that's going on. When people click a link, you can set a reminder by swiping this to the right. Little purple dot shows up, and then you can see all of your reminders on those people. So I guess you can see there's a lot more here. I encourage you to go in and play around. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now because I want to open it up to your questions. I can imagine lots of cool ways to use this, but yeah, let's go ahead with questions.
No, I just want to start with a thank you because I never would have figured all this out. It's amazing. There's so much here.
There is, and what I will say to that is you can't break this app, okay? You can't break it. Go in, play with it. If you are having problems with content loading, oh, you're so welcome. If you're having problems with content loading, go into that settings area, like the pull down menu isn't working for you, or pulling down is not working for you. Go into that settings tab all the way on the bottom right. And at the very bottom, you'll see clear cache or log out. You're welcome. If you clear the cache, it's going to unsync your contacts, but it won't lose information on what you've actually done in the app. If you have sent information to someone, all of that stays with the app. But that is a way to refresh the app so that you get all the current options in there. So,
hey, Tricia.
Good. Let's stop procrastinating. Awesome. Yes, Sue?
Dawn asked a good question. She said, I'm trying to figure out where it says add a recipient and not sure how to add them.
Okay, so the way I did that was in the sample drip campaign from the media page. There it goes. And you actually have to click on email. And there's a little to box and a plus sign. Click on the plus sign. And then you can add a contact from your phone. Okay?
Yeah, it's the plus sign up at the top again, right?
It might be different on the Apple app. It was right next to the to box.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I've had to, I think.
It's the to box for us too on an iPhone.
Good, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what I encourage you to do, schedule a little time every day to look at this sucker and see what's going on with it. Have some fun. Send yourself a sample. And actually, here's my challenge to you. I'm going to post this in the event. Send yourself a sample. When it arrives, post a selfie with your sample and a comment about your biggest takeaway from this event. And you'll be entered into a drawing to receive a 10-pack of samples. Do you like that?
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yay!
Okay. So I'll post all the details in the event. There is a deadline, so you need to get moving on this. You can't wait. No more procrastinating.
Damn.
Because everybody wants those 10 samples.
Absolutely.
So, I can't thank you all enough for taking the time to join me tonight and for putting up with my little cough session there. I'm fully recovered now. But I hope you found this information helpful. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so I'll do the best to keep answering questions. If you have more questions as you start to play with it, pop them into the event, and I'm more than happy to give it a swing. You are all very welcome. This has been my pleasure. Any other questions before we ring off?
Awesome, awesome. And one last thing, on the iPhone, on the bottom, there's a little head that says contacts. You can add them from there, right on the very bottom.
Excellent.
Tricia, you're amazing.
You are phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad that all of you will now be popping into your YLShare app and sending yourself a sample. And looking forward to seeing how you use this app. It's going to be great for you and your team.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.